Hello, welcome back. This will be the part 2 of the LR Piccolo versus Cell Max, only this time it's personal. This time I'm still going to get my arse handed to me, but this time we're going to be rocking the Kid Gohan, so he gets the extra 100% defense and he gets the guard in particular, so that'll be really nice. So let's just jump straight into it. So of course, again, a little bit about the LR Piccolo. So he's an all types lead, 150% HP, 90% to stats. He has 3 key 200% defense at the start of the turn, but his attack goes up by 200%. The more HP you have, the more you actually have. Now he gives all allies 1 key 20% defense, which you get an additional 2 key 20% defense for all allies if there is a Kid Gohan on the team. So you're actually getting 3 key 40% now. But of course, he also guards all attacks as the first attacker and attacker alone. But just to help him out in slot 1 anyway, you get the additional 100% defense and defense alone if the Kid Gohan's in the same turn. So we have 2 Kid Gohans, so we'll be able to figure that out. So in the next turn, he is going to have his guard and extra defense. So Gohan as well gives everyone 58% extra defense. So again, this particular rotation, everyone's going to be looking especially fancy. Now, Kid Gohan's not truly the best unit to take into an event like this, but nonetheless, we'll see how things fare. Again, this Cell Max isn't as potent as the true Cell Max stage, but this particular one in terms of difficulty is less than the third phase, but definitely more than the second. And what makes it really difficult is the fact that he changes typing for every rotation, so that can be truly nasty. Now this particular Piccolo, so he is particularly great. They have done him justice with the first tournament LR, so that's great. And of course his 12 key greatly lowers attack, and his 18 key raises allies attack by 30% for the turn. He is useful for Saiyan Saga, Namekians, Worthy Rivals, Bond of Master and Disciple, Earthbred, Gifted Warriors, Planetary Destruction, and Battle of Wits. Now, in terms of Saiyan Saga, Planetary Destruction, Earthbred Fighters, you can indeed actually get, and Bond of Master and Disciple, you can indeed get this Kid Gohan. There might be a few others, but in particular, this Kid Gohan is on Planetary Destruction, believe it or not. Obviously not for Worthy Rivals and Namekians, of course. That being said, should be pretty good. Okay, so we're taking a chunk of damage here, so let's have a look. So he's getting 58% defense, there's no doubt. So in this particular instance, he's sharing no links, but with Kid Gohan, he's going to be sharing Gaze of Respect. Can I see what Gaze of Respect does? 2 key. That gives him 2 key and 2 key alone. Okay, so we have type advantage, entering the turn with 382k. So that's a little bit more, because last time we were coming in with some support, 343,000, so it's not too shabby. Last time we saw him get as high as 400,000, this is without an item, of course. So we have type advantage, and we have potential guard. Only problem is, if we take a super attack, I think we're dead. That being said, let's see. I'm curious, do I use... See, perhaps I should have brought a Sensu Bean in this case, because if I use an item, he's obviously going to survive. Let's have a think, because, yeah, that might have been a misplay on my behalf. 382k, we know he gets taken out with this, so it might be best to actually pop this item. I am going to have additional defense, which is going to be a bit misleading, but again, if he does super attack, it at least allows us to see how well he can hold, because it's only extra defense. So obviously, he did actually maintain... Oh, and he dodged. Good God, he dodged. Alright, well, at very least, we'll be able to get through the next rotation. That's fine. So we did... That's a legitimate, like, 5 dodge. So this guy legitimately 5 dodge. Here we go. Perfect. So we have a super attack. Here we go. Now, he took double digits. Now, because he is getting guard, he's getting extra defense. So legitimately, I don't think I strictly needed to use an item. That being said, an item in that particular one is great, and it will serve us to the next. Wow! And of course, Kid Gohan there just totally takes us out. Tell you what, I'm going to pause, jump right back in, and we'll carry on. Okay, so I'm going to attempt this one. So as I tried several rotations and several turns, and I just couldn't quite get the rotation or the guest I was looking for. So with this particular instance, screw it, I've reset, I've come back, and now I'm going to go up against Cell. Not Cell Max, just Cell. Nonetheless, I've still got a Kid Gohan, and I've still got the Piccolo, and we're only rocking a Senzu Bean. So this is going to be a little less in terms of difficulty, but again, we've kind of seen the powers. We got a rotation off, right? We know that he could possibly work in there, but you kind of need like to dodge and duck and weave. In terms of normals, he can totally survive. It's just the rest. Alright, okay, so in this particular instance, this Cell, he goes through multiple phases. He's not especially nasty in this particular one, but we'll see. So we'll just have our chance to build up. He is in the next slot with Gohan as well. So that is a fantastic start to this particular one. So we'll easily build up with these characters and then we'll be set for the rest. Now I chose the Rainbow Guest of the LR of this one only just because I thought the LR would be better than the Gohan. Now he does stack defense to Gohan, so it's and R in between. But again, we're not strictly aiming to do this, right? We're not strictly aiming to beat this. We just want to see how he fares in difficult content before I take him into some lesser content against multiple opponents. Which again, I'm still sticking by it, saying that he's still a defensive juggernaut. Yes, if he had something for his super attack effect, he'd be even better. But of course they didn't do that, so you know that's neither the or whatever. So we'll see. This particular team as well is still pretty powerful. This unit in particular is reliant on the orbs, so that's really the only downside. Yes, as you can see right there, it took us a huge amount of damage. Right, I am indeed going to I'm going to heal up. So we get the best attack stats, just a Senzu Bean. So this particular Gohan, he will give 2 ki. So of course we all know it's 2 ki. He's able quite easily to get that. We're able to get the 18 ki for everyone. He is going to have guard as the attacker in this turn, which is going to be extra nice. And of course, Piccolo at the end will hold his own. So let's see, let's have a look what we get. Okay, quite easily able to guard all of that. 1.43 million, again, nothing to shout home about, but again, he's not the offensive unit, he's just there for defensive viability. And he has more defensive viability if we have this particular Kid Gohan on the team. So that's great. So now we'll be able to see what things are like as we progress through the different phases. So of course he's easily able to take this, but again, against that Cell Max one, he was able to soak up the normals fairly well. It was the rest that we were actually going to struggle with. It was the super attacks that were taking us down. So yes, that is 5 blue orbs, and it's more than 9 altogether. So that's fine. So he's going to have the extra. That's going to be especially great. So yeah, okay, cool. So let's have a look. So yeah, got the stunner from the last round. That's particularly great. That helps. Everyone's going to continue to build up. Everyone's going to be looking extra nice. And maybe we can finish off this phase and be able to see. No, we won't be able to finish off this phase per se. But we'll enter the next one. Hopefully he attacks a lot at the start. We'll keep him on this for the rest of the fight to see how he fares against the rest. Because this particular Cell, he does get very, very strong at the end. I think it ends with AGL Cell as well, so that'll be something. Alright, additionals from everyone. This looks nice. Where are the additionals? In other events, when you need them. Okay, so are you done now? Okay, you're done now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, okay, so not a lot of attacks there coming up. So 360k defense. Again, not bad. You're not really falling under 300k no matter what. In terms of his links, he's done nothing for his links, so he could get a little bit more. But honestly, he's over 300k, or he's settling there or thereabouts at 300k, which is really nice. Yeah, that's more than 5 orbs, that's fine. So perfect. Now that's also 5 AGL orbs as well. Okay, brilliant. So again, 2 million, 2.37, it doesn't matter. Again, it's going to look fine. Okay, yeah, we're totally able to soak it up, but again, I expect to with this easy phase. So I'm going to cut back when we have the next rotation. Right, okay, so here we go. So this is the next rotation we have. Honestly, we shouldn't be able to do too much more. Maybe I should just cut when we're at a more difficult stage. Here we go. Perfect, and that is at only 4 AGL orbs, but it is still more than 5 altogether, so that's not too bad. Oof, coming in at 1.9, again, not a particularly great one, but again, you don't really ever see him for that. Still doing better than his Gohan. Again, both Piccolo and Kid Gohan, this is a defensive duo. Definitely not made to be offensive, and you do get the stun off as well, so that makes things a little easier for the next rotation. Right, I'm actually going to cut and come back when we're at a far difficult point of this particular phase. Hopefully we go all the way to the end, but I'll cut back when we are pretty much near the end. And perfect, here we are. We have pretty much one of the final phases of this particular Red Ribbon Army Redzone. So again, we have, here we go, Piccolo. He's been pretty steady at 360k. He's taken less than 100k per super all the way up to the end. So here we go, we're going to have a nice crack at this. So, that's a shame. Maybe a little bit short, but okay, 23 key, coming at 360k defense. Let's see, it's only going to be one attack, but this will be the final rotation for this video, so let's see how he fares. Perfect, it's also a super attack. I couldn't chance this any better. How he does, do you know what, 175k on this is far superior than anything we've ever had. That's brilliant. 175k in pretty much the hardest point of this thing, so that's really good. So I'd say it was a fitting end to it all. So a bit of a wonky start. He can work in that Cell Max stage 6. Normals he's probably fine. Super attacks, I mean type neutral or type advantage, he's fine. Type neutral, he's definitely not fine. So, and that's with support. So it just goes to show just how potently dangerous this is. Had he had his guard, he'd be better. In this particular event, he's making it look extra easy because, as I say, he's got all these abilities for him, right? You know, he's got his guard. It's not as difficult. So again, you know, it just works in his favor. But again, taking that, like type neutral, pretty difficult, like just 150 odd-k, is pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's a fitting name. We'll finish the rest of this rotation. Nice stun as well. But yeah, so I still think that he is still fantastic. Again, for like Saiyan Saga, Namekians, Battle of Wits, Earthbred Fighters, stuff like that, Planetary Destruction, which is amazing that he's on that. You can use him as a floater. Again, use him with a Kid Gohan, and you can use him on most of those teams outside of Namekian, and you're looking pretty great. Shall we just try and get one more sneaky one in? It's going to be an interesting attack start, but other than that, yeah. So again, it's overall looking pretty great. You can use this unit. I think the next video I'll try and put him in like some Super Battle Road or something that puts him along those lines of somewhere in here, because I'm sure there's got to be a pretty decent extreme Super Battle Road, right? So again, yeah, well let's have a look. Again, totally tanking absolutely everything. Right, we'll finish the rest of this rotation, and I'll see you all. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, have fun watching this, and bye bye.